Hey guys, so today I'm doing something totally different and I'm doing an unscripted video. I don't really care what the algorithm does with it. It's more so for my audience and to talk to you guys. What I wanted to know today is how you guys feel about your upcoming strategies and plans for your channels. So I don't always go live, so I don't always have the time to sit down and talk to you guys, you know, the way I want to, just do those impromptu lives as much as I enjoyed it. So I figured like this will be my recorded live. I want to know what's going on with you guys in regards to your channel. Like if you guys want to drop in the comments where you are with your channel, if you can tell me if it's a new channel, if you already started it and you've already, you know, began posting videos, or if you are a seasoned channel and you know you feel like you know exactly where you're going in a direction, or it's seasoned but you don't know what direction you're going in, if that makes sense. But I just want to see how you guys feel about your channels, like what you guys feel like you could be doing better, what you guys are still confused on. Another thing that I believe that I noticed in the polls was procrastination and the lack of planning, the lack of understanding your audience. I did cover audience engagement and increasing low views and kind of how to draw people to your channel. We can sometimes be pretty ignorant or not open-minded to the fact, or just lacking knowledge in the idea that we do have to get people to the channel to watch the channel, if that makes sense. Like when I first made my videos, as I tell you guys all the time, I was just like, well, what I'm talking about is going to bring people to the video. They're going to come and they're going to want to watch me. I never thought about the fact that they might not even be able to watch me because they couldn't find me in the first place. Accountability is very important during this season of growth. And you have to be willing first to not make excuses for yourself, first and foremost, because having an accountability partner is not going to push you past any self-limiting beliefs, any lack of awareness, any lack of accountability that you may have over yourself. They can only push and motivate you to do but so much, you know? And I look at it as like, how many times have you signed up with like a gym partner and you guys are like, all right, we're going to do X, Y, Z. And before the week is over, you're back to eating that box of chocolate donuts and you haven't gone to the gym, you know, and they're putting in the work. They can't make you do anything that you don't actually want to do or can't push yourself to do. A few people that have been posting, you know, I'm going to post this much, I'm going to do this much. We can actually follow up with each other and see how those things go. We can look back at the numbers and analyze. We can look at our thumbnails and see if we progress. We can look at different things to track results. I don't want you to only track results by views and subscribers and numbers. If you're very, very growth oriented, then go for it. It's nothing wrong with that. But you also have to see if you're even hitting the right spots with your audience to do that. If you're, you know, conveying your content correctly, if you're packaging it correctly so people know what you do. So like, for example, if I was the type of person that did reviews on equipment, but then my thumbnail is just a giant picture of me smiling with a cup of coffee, like how do people know what I do in that thumbnail? Like I said, it's about the viewer. It's not about you. It's about taking your ego out of it. If someone was to scroll, would they look and be like, oh, you know, I like the way she's holding that microphone, you know, and the thumbnail looks very appeasing. It looks like she's knowledgeable. She's sitting at a desk. It looks like she's really about to break this down to us. Let me click on that video. When we talk about accountability at the end, we'll be talking about different things. So from now until the end of January, I want to see who joins me in posting. And I want you to post as much as possible, but I want you to post with a purpose in mind. And I want you to keep the word sustainability in the back of your mind. I'm not going to go back into sustainability because y'all done heard me talk about sustainability for about 2 to 3 videos now. And I'm sure you're sick of it. We sustainability'd out. I don't have time to post more than once a week. But I make sure that if I do, I make it my business to make sure that I put as much information in there as possible that is going to be useful for people, because maybe making a bunch of 5-minute videos is not going to be my lane. Maybe taking the time out to do the data and analytics and posting weekly is going to be my lane. So just make sure you do what you can with the content that you put out. Then you have your schedule. Next is your plan. What days of the week are you going to film? What days of the week are you going to edit? What deadline are you going to set to post your videos? Because if you don't schedule it, it kind of don't get done. Like I've said this before, but if everything is up in the air, like you give yourself too much leeway, too much passes, too much excuses, life is going to happen, you know, so you have to make room for that. You have to be specific. You can't say sometime next week. So come up with a real specific plan, specific deadlines. Make sure the goal makes sense to you. Make sure it fits with your schedule. And I want to see what you guys are going to do in regards to that. So let's do this together. Let's have fun. And then let's look back at what we did. How do you feel about the thumbnails? How do you feel about your engagement with your audience? What did you learn? What are you going to post more of? What you ain't going to do no more? Like what did not work for you? What are you willing to accept does not work for you? And in regards to feedback, please let me know what else you guys want to see. I really enjoy hearing the feedback from you guys, and I take it and I really run with it. Whenever you guys tell me about an idea, or I see suggestions in my comments, or when I ask you guys polls and you guys are nice enough to vote and answer, it really helps me. So I wanted to thank you for that as well, because instead of waiting and going to the YouTube analytics and seeing what you guys watch or want to see more of, I get a direct answer from you. So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. You get a car, you get a car. I can share with you all the numbers that I want. I can ingrain a bunch of different things in you, but it doesn't matter until you actually are willing to do trial and error. We get so caught on what worked for other people that we don't even put in the work to see what works for us. Like I said, what works for somebody else might not work for you. Like there's people that film videos where they're walking outside and they're talking and they got 500 views. If I walk and talk outside, I'm not going to remember what I'm talking about. So then you run outside and you start filming videos where you walking and talking. That might not be your thing. To each is their own. You got to learn to stay in your lane. You know, when I first started recording, people was like, ain't nobody going to want to sit and listen to you talk in front of no bookshelf. I continued by following my own voice, doing the research, adapting, analyzing, seeing what worked, seeing what didn't work, learning how to read some of the analytics, watching videos, studying on YouTube University, asking questions, asking for feedback, being receptive and open to the feedback, just continuing to learn, just learning as much as I can, absorbing, and observing. I hope you guys will be with me on this journey. And for everyone that's been checking out the small channel ebook, thank you guys so much. I hope that it's provided value for you. I hope it's helping you guys. I do plan to make more stuff in the future now that we're going a little deeper into the layers. And if you haven't got it, you should check it out. There's a small channel ebook. There's a small channel monetization workbook teaching you about other strategies and tips outside of just waiting for YouTube AdSense to possibly monetize your channel. Simplistic, regular, normal things you can do. No promises, no 50K overnight side hustles, no nonsense, no BS. Just real stuff that you can actually do with your channel. Realistic things within your own means that you can control. Time management tips for content creators. Read it because it's about time management. Read it because it's about time management tips for content creators by a content creator, somebody who has a full-time life and schedule and other clients and things that I do, getting it done. So if we can get it done together, that'll make the process so much more fun. And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Please continue chatting with me. By the way, you guys, I wake up every day to some comments. They're very refreshing. Love talking to you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Out.